just to clarify, so eighth graders in high school, you may go to you're dismissed to your Sunday school classrooms now. Eighth grade and high school, up until high school. So, yeah, today we'll be watching a video message from Reverend Dunkley, our president, National Continental Chair. And actually, this is the first of 3 Sundays in which we'll be connected to him and the message that he gives. And in 8 days in Korea, the final verdict for True Mother will be coming. Thank you for all of your prayers and any other devotion or condition you've been setting for True Mother's situation. But the message that President Dunkley wants to share is that whatever the outcome is, that outcome is not fully within our control. The judges in Korea have that decision to call the verdict. But what we can do is, continue to pray, continue to offer devotion. But even beyond this 8 days, if the outcome is not something that we necessarily hope for, we cannot forget who we truly are as sons and daughters of God. And this is what our true parents have actually been sharing and teaching us about. To have steadfast faith, to hold on to our own identity. Because absolutely, true parents have come to become the parents of all humanity, to engraft all of humanity into Heavenly Parents' lineage, Heavenly Parents' family. And so the message that Reverend Dunkley wants to share with us is that this is actually something much bigger than just our unificationist faith, the challenges that we're facing at this time, and in Japan and Korea. There's so much challenges around the world that's happening at this time that it's actually a time of reflection. This moment is calling us to see beyond ourselves and stretch our heart and think wider and bigger for the worldwide family. And Reverend Dunkley has some insights to be able to share more on what I was just mentioning now. And so, as soon as everything is set up, let's welcome and receive Reverend Dunkley's message.
Hello everyone. I'm in Christiansburg. I think that's Virginia. I'm on my way to Las Vegas. On the 30th, we're going to have a continental level prayer service at the Hanwha-gung, IPEC, 11 a.m. Everyone's invited, and it will be live streamed. I'm on my way there, and I'm going to be stopping off at some other locations along the way. I'm on my way right now to Little Rock, Arkansas. And then I'm going to be going to Oklahoma and Norman, Oklahoma, and Albuquerque, New Mexico, before I get to Las Vegas. And I just wanted to thank everyone. Thank you for your prayers, really. Thank you for your prayers for True Mother and her circumstances. And we're all praying for protection, we're praying for health, we're praying for victory. But here's the good news, guys. Victory is already certain. We know this. Victory is already certain. But the truth is we don't know what will happen on August 31st. Even though we are praying for a good outcome on that day, we also have to be ready for any eventuality, right? And so on this topic, I was recently talking with Ambassador Randy Evans, former ambassador to Luxembourg. Amazing, righteous man, has become a good friend. He really loves and supports Mother. He's been helping us now for almost a year, offering his guidance, his insight and support wherever we can take it. I asked him, how can we understand the circumstances about Mother in simple terms? How is it that prosecutors are seeking to keep an 83-year-old world religious figure, great-great-grandmother, 83 years old, in jail until she's 96? Why? What on earth do they want? And he put it this way. In essence, she's being accused of electioneering. She's being accused of helping the ruling party's political opponent. Actually, not even that. She's being accused of being the spiritual leader of a movement over certain leaders that are accused of electioneering, helping the ruling party's political opponent, political enemy. And so, as to the question of what will happen, well, the truth is, he said, there's a growing list of people who are finding themselves in the same situation as her. And so, if they find a way to put her away, if they find a way to lock her up, then in a sense, she's in good company, because there's all these other people, a growing list of people who are likewise activating similar technical legal tripwires whereby they can be accused of helping a political opponent. So she would be in good company. Most recently, Pastor Son Hyun-bo, who was just in the Oval Office with the President of the United States, and many others behind them. This did not start with Mother, and it will not end with Mother. No matter what happens, this is part of a larger trajectory. So if they find her guilty, she won't be alone, and she won't be the first, like many other people on that list, and many other before her. Dr. King was found guilty. Jesus was found guilty. If it's a crime to dream of a peaceful world, if it's a crime to dream of a time when all human beings can actually live in joyful relationship with God as our heavenly parent and together with one another as family, if that's a crime, then maybe we're all guilty, those watching this video, including true parents. She's in there praying for all of us, praying for the world. But I just wanted to let you know that your prayers mean so much. Continue to pray, continue to visualize the day when we can sit down with Mother again, that we can have a banquet again, and that we can reclaim dignity, sovereignty. But the truth is, whatever happens with that gavel on the 31st of August does not determine the power of your prayer, does not determine who she is, and does not determine the inevitable victory that God will have in the end. So, I can't believe it. It was barely a year. Actually, just over a year, right? Just over a year. How did it go from a travel ban for Mother, a travel ban, to interrogations, to locking her up in a cell the size of a Mini Cooper, to hospitalization, which means all of this hospitalized her, and she's still in hospital. Why? Well, Randy Evans explained it clearly. He said, she's guilty of being the spiritual leader of a worldwide movement for peace, whose leaders, one or two, however many leaders, have been found of electioneering, which is doing things that the ruling party doesn't want them to do for their political opponents. And she's in good company. So this is not a unique case. It's part of a broader, larger work at play. And I think that we may have to reflect. Maybe we're being invited to open our eyes to see what's really going on. There is a pressure, there is an oppression, there is a wave of pressure against religious liberty around the world. Just a few days ago, I was in Washington, D.C. with 50 or 60 ministers. We were together all day, praying together, sharing the word together, eating together. Sometime in the afternoon, Archbishop Kawas, who I was sitting right next to and talking with all day, leaned over and said, during lunch, he got a phone call that several of his associates, his friends, bishops, in his home country of Nigeria had been killed, assassinated. Christian ministers killed, his friends. There's something going on all over the world. And honestly, I can tell you, I didn't even realize how bad it was or how widespread it is. But it certainly isn't limited to what's going on with us, with the unification movement in Japan or in Korea or with Mother right now. So I want us all to continue our prayers, but also know that our prayers and our walking together with one another in solidarity as God's children, this is what gives heaven the expanded domain to work. Okay? And the truth is, it's not just about getting one particular person free or saving one particular group of faith group. It's about standing up for the values and the principles that can guide humanity to guide humanity to be able to freely and joyfully relate to God as our heavenly parent, as we were created to, and to love one another as created beings by a common parent, as we were created to. And that's actually what we're fighting for. So maybe we're being pulled into a broader view here, guys. So there may be some of you. I heard that Archbishop Kawas is also looking for help, financial help, to be able to get back to Nigeria, to be able to help his people, probably to console his members and Christian believers who are being targeted for their faith. I'm here in Christiansburg on my way west, and we're going to gather August 30 at the Hanhwagung IPEC together. Everyone's invited, 11 a.m. We're going to come together, sing together, and pray together on the last day of our 40-day condition, praying for Mother, praying for her health, praying for her success, praying for her liberty. But the truth is, this is a woman who has lived her entire life free, because from the beginning she has known who she is. She has known her identity as God's child, as God's daughter, with a lifelong commitment, dream, and goal to model that love for all to see, just like Father, as our parents. This is the victory of Jesus' work over 2,000 years to get to this point. She is free in her heart, in her spirit. And she's in there, confined, praying that we out here in our freedom will actually be free in our spirits, in our minds, in our relationship with God, in our relationship with one another. Because this is the actual goal. This is the end game. This is the vision. This is what we're guilty of dreaming for. This is what we're guilty of praying for. This is what we're guilty of establishing the movement for. Not for the sake of the movement, not for the sake of political power, for the sake of creating some territory for God to come back home to his children and for his children to come back home to Heavenly Parent. Brothers and sisters, thank you for your prayers. Please continue to pray, and I'll see you next week in Las Vegas. We don't know what's going to happen a week from now. We don't know what's going to happen a week from now. But what we do know is we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to express our faith. And I'm going to be praying for what God wants to say to us next Sunday. In the meantime, thank you so much. I hope you can have a little bit of time together to discuss and reflect and prepare. Bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Dunkley. So we do have some discussion questions prepared, as we always do. You can speak to the person next to you in pairs or a group of three. And can we get the questions up? So yeah, what insights did you gain from Reverend Dunkley's message? As a start. And the second one is, how do you envision our movement growing and continuing to express our faith in this time? So we're going to give ourselves 7 minutes, and then after discussion, I'm going to come up and offer a representative prayer, and then after that, we're all going to join in unison prayer for about 3 minutes. So let's take these next 7 minutes to discuss with one another. One more minute. One more minute. All right, if you can please start wrapping up your sharing. If you can start wrapping up your sharing, please. Thank you, everyone, for participating in the discussions. Thanks for the spotlight. Yeah, thank you, everybody, for taking that time to listen and receiving Reverend Dunkley's words and also sharing with each other. Of course, please, I invite you to discuss amongst each other, even beyond just the 7 minutes. It's too short. But yeah, I hope you're able to inherit the heart and the mind that our Reverend Dunkley is experiencing and going through, especially as he's trying to lead this whole continent of North America. And what's really important at this time is unity. I'm sure many of you have experienced in your walk of faith that unity is what allows Heavenly Parent to show up and work and have these miracles happen. So I'd like to just offer a representative prayer briefly, and then as soon as I end my prayer, I invite everybody to pray in unison. So please join me in prayer. Our dear most beloved Heavenly Parent, victorious true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Jesus and all the absolute good spirits, Heavenly Parent, we gather here as your sons and daughters, as the brothers and sisters of Ohio Family Church. Although we may be small, Heavenly Parent, in numbers, comparatively to many other churches that exist, but Heavenly Parent, I pray that our hearts are in alignment with you. We want to offer this as our commitment to you in being able to really share our heart, share our love to you and to our beloved true parents. Our true mother who is going through this challenge on her own, Heavenly Parent, let her feel that she is not going through this alone. Let her know that the worldwide movement, we are standing alongside with her. Because we are here to stand up for truth, stand up for righteousness, and not just for against our unification as family, but all the persecution, the religious restraint that is happening all around the world. Heavenly Parent, each and every one of those people, those bishops who were assassinated just a few days ago are your sons. They're the same children as we are, and in which you have hope in, for them to grow, to be able to lead their family, lead their congregation, so that more and more brothers and sisters can be saved knowing who you and Jesus are. But we're blessed families, blessed to know our true parents. And many times it may feel like a responsibility or a burden, but we have that chance and the opportunity to share about who our true parents are to the world. And Heavenly Parent, I offer my repentance that it took a 5K run at the age of 31 years old to recognize that even through the act of exercising,
I can move people's hearts, that I can connect to the heart of the leadership of the community, so that they may be able to recognize and see how truly free we are. Not just in the spiritual sense that we don't have the original sin within us, but even in this physical sense that we are living free in our minds, which then is expressed in our bodies in the way we live. Truly praising you and Jesus and our true parents for this incredible life that we have been given. Heavenly Parent, please help us to broaden our hearts, broaden our minds, and give us the strength and courage to reach out. Because what we have within our lives is something too big for us to just maintain within our Family Federation community. Father, you established this community back in 1954 because you had a vision to unite all world Christianity, so that the Christianity can be able to really welcome our only begotten daughter, Holy Mother Han, at this time. But different from 1954, we are here, 2026. We are here standing beside you, Heavenly Parent, standing beside you, true parents, and Jesus, who is very much alive and well, together with our true mother. So we offer our gratitude to Reverend Dunkley, especially in this time that we are. Yes, we offer our prayers, but Heavenly Parents, sometimes it just feels like we're just waiting for the time to come for Mother's verdict to happen. Some of us are scared. Some of us are worried. Many of our members, although they may have received the blessing, but they have once lost the spark that they once received through the blessing or through the principle. I pray that your Spirit can really touch each and every one of them. Let them know that they too are loved by you, that true parents have never forgotten about them, that Jesus is walking beside them, and all the great saints and sages and our brothers and sisters who've ascended to the spirit world already are working together with us and them, for them to know that they're not alone. But let it be, Heavenly Parent, that we can do also extend our heart, whether it be distant members or whether it be people who don't even know true parents. It is through our strength, our unity with our Holy Mother Han, that, as our true mother has said, unite with me and miracles will come. So on behalf of all of Ohio Family Church, in attendance to Holy Mother Han, I offer this prayer with gratitude in my name, Yastaka Ozawa, of a blessed family. Achu. Let us offer 3 minutes of unison prayer.
Aju. 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 Thank you, everyone, for your sincerity and prayers. Yeah, to close out, I just wanted to just remind everybody that, as Reverend Dunkley mentioned, he will be traveling to Las Vegas to hold the service, continental level service at Hanhwagen, formerly known as IPEC, and it'll be a live streamed service at 11 a.m. their time, so it'd be 2 p.m. here, Eastern Standard Time. So we won't be having a gathering at 10 a.m. I'm still working out the details with the core team regarding whether we want to gather earlier or not, or just straight at 2 p.m. But please look out for any communication as well as the newsletter, as the information will be up there. And yeah, we will be basically watching stream. And so yeah, thank you so much for everyone for your attendance and for your not just attendance here, but your attendance to Heavenly Parent and True Parents at this time. Heavenly Parent loves you. True Parents love you. Jesus love you all, and I love you very much. Thank you, and God bless.